You're probably looking at your portfolio just like I am, and you might be panicking. Bitcoin now on the daily, look at this. It is falling off a wedge. And if you look at the hourly, it is really fucking rough. And this can scare the new investor, especially if they plan to make a fuck ton of money. But I've got some good news regarding Solana and Ethereum, and this will majorly impact our altcoins going forward. But I want to tell you a little story, because if you're seeing this reminds me of so many runs. Again, you can take this hourly Bitcoin chart and you can start zooming it in. You can do that on yourself, right? If you zoom in, you'll probably see some blemishes. There's a spot here, spot here, spot here. But once you zoom out, it's hopefully a prettier picture, because I'll do this on the Bitcoin chart right now. You look at this on the weekly, you see a different picture, right? You just see constant bullish momentum. But once you start to zoom in, and this is what most new investors do, especially me right now, I zoom in and I'm like, oh, my portfolio is down 50K today. My Brett position's starting to go down. My Ethereum's starting to go down. But I promise you, by 2025, this is going to be nothing, because we've seen this so many times. And again, you look at this on the hourly, and it is a lot of blemishes here. It is constantly going down. But there's some good news. Now, I don't want to be rude here, but people are fucking pussies in this game. So here's some bad news that I found that I think is causing a lot of sell pressure. But once I get down to this will change the game for you and really just show where we're going forward. So I found these screenshots from a few accounts on Twitter. Give them a follow if you want. Are people panicking because the German government is selling 3 billion worth of BTC? Bro, it's a 1.3 trillion asset with 22 billion volume. Again, seeing this news and people panicking because they think everybody's selling. Okay, I promise you, this is manipulation. They want you to paper hand because these guys want your Bitcoin. These guys want your Ethereum. They might not want your meme coins, etc., because they're way ahead of us. None of us have $3 billion in just Bitcoin. But just know the game. Here's another one. They're bringing out the big bluffs to make you fold. German government BTC sell-off. Russia, North Korea nuclear fear. CFTC jump. Investigation. Headlines to make you panic. This is FUD to make you doubt yourself. Coincidence? They want you to sell your coins, and they won't stop at nothing. And again, we've seen this so many times. If you go back in every single run that we've had, here's the 2017 run. You see all these big blemishes. Again, if you zoom in on the hourly chart, you start to see massive sell-offs. Here's obviously the bear market, and then we had the whoopsie-doopsie COVID crash, and then we went off. But if you zoom in again, this is on the weekly, but you'll see these massive leaks when we're getting wrecked. And this is where we are right now. You're seeing these massive candles come in, but zoom out, brother. On the weekly, we're bullish as F. We're bullish as F, honestly, since February 23rd, right? And we've got another year to maybe 14 to 16 months of this good news to come. But there has to be shake-offs for money to come in and money to come out. Now, here's another one. It's a little bit longer, but this is really just setting the game for me. And I just want you guys to pause the video and really understand what this guy is saying. So this is the longest correction of the last 12 months. Frustration is rising. We know people are getting chopped up. We know people are a little bit fearful. So I think that hits a lot of people, because people get fed up because they want to make money tomorrow. Again, you guys can start a DeFi portfolio if you want, like we do, when we don't have to worry about sideways action going down. Again, our pools aren't paying that much right now, but they're still consistently bringing me, this percentage dropped a little bit, but it's still bringing me $388 every single day. That is more than 10K per month just on my Brett pool, and then all the other ones are slowly starting to accumulate. Again, we want to accumulate the coins. We're not interested in these dollar value, right? And this is a great way where you can come in when markets are red, when markets are going sideways, to accumulate more coins if you don't have any fresh income. It's just something you guys want to look at, because chances are you probably have the coins that you want to accumulate anyways. Now, again, back to this. The feelings are compared by two major factors. Number one, people are always late to price action. The market moves up. People don't realize how significantly they'll move. They close too early. They lose some shorting. They get chopped up. Basically, they do not appreciate and successfully take advantage of upcoming trends. Price action. Again, this is all short-term volatility. If you're just a long-term hodler, brother, you're going to be absolutely fine. But you just must not look at your portfolio as much as you think. If you're looking at your portfolio right now, every single hour, every single minute, every single 6 hours to maybe one time a day, etc., just stop. I know it's hard, but you don't really look at your bank account every single day, because you know it's going to be absolutely fine. With cryptocurrency, when it goes up, we look. When it goes sideways, we look. When it goes down, we look. You just have to stop, because it can make a very bad decision, because you might be tempted to sell when you see stuff like this. And then there's other people that try and time the market. They say, okay, I'll try buy back in lower, and then we just start to pump, and then these guys are buying their coins higher, which means they get less coins for more dollar value. That's a bad thing to do. All you can do right now is DC and chill and work on your income. Now, number two, people are fearful that this is the top, and therefore the window of opportunity is closing or has already closed. So you're running out of time. You may have already run out of time and the opportunity to change your life is gone. Here are things we need to keep in mind, myself included. Markets provide opportunities of a lifetime. Again, this is why we're in cryptocurrency in the first place. Why are you in cryptocurrency for the first place? You're not here to paper hand, right? You're here to make a fuck ton of money by 2025. You're not here to sell and let these, big institutions wreck you, right? You are trying to be smarter than these guys, so do not be scared by these guys, right? They want your coins. They want you to be financially poor forever. They want to control you. You have to step up to the plate and understand the game that you're playing. The reality of the picture is that people become obsessed with catching the bottom instead of rectifying the issue which caused them to overtrade or to hold a property for maximized returns. When the market actually goes up in the green to take exposure, you have time, and this is very true. You have a fuck ton of time left. But the time is slowly running out, month by month, week by week. Whether we go down or up in that time, we know where we're going to be by 2025. And this is not hopium. I've just been in the last bull run, and I've spoke to so many people that were in the 2013 run, the 2017 run, and they always say the same thing, okay? We start to rally. Everybody starts to buy. We have some bad news. Everybody takes money out and they start selling. And then what they do is they don't buy on these opportunities of a lifetime. We start to pump up again and they start buying even higher, which means they get less coins. This is the game. So whether we go down or whether we go sideways or chill, you can use the pools, number one, or you can just work on your active income to get as much dollar value as possible and just go all in. That's the best strategy I've always found. And that's what people have told me in the previous bull runs, to just sit, forget about it, and don't look at your portfolio. So again, you have time, still a ton of opportunity. But rushing your exposure, your decision making will not focus on the areas that have caused you pain over the last 8 weeks or so, will not allow you to get rich by 2025. Appreciate where we are right now. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people, the hairdressers, your mom, your dad, that are going to be buying the tops in 2025. These guys are not going to have a fucking clue and they're going to get absolutely wrecked. So appreciate that you still have time, but you have to start doing the hard work, and the hard work starts up here. If you can't control this, cryptocurrency portfolio is going to go to shit. And you're going to regret all the bad decisions you made today, the next 3 months, the next 6 months, because you can't control your mindset. When the downfalls are up, irrational, your fears have no opportunity. Now, here's some good news. When we get rid of all this bad news about, Germans, etc., they can't, trying to steal your coins, and there's all of these wars, etc., trying to get you to shake out the market. It always happens. Here's the good news. I shared this in the private community. If you haven't seen this, this is great, especially if you're a Solana holder. Now, this doesn't mean Solana goes up tomorrow, but this is just going to show you the potential with Solana. And if you're holding Solana meme coins under the Solana ecosystem, this is fucking fantastic. It's going to bring in a lot of new money. Does it mean today? Does it mean tomorrow? It's by 2025 and throughout that run of the 12 months to 16 months that you have left. So Solana ETF has been filled. I think it's in Canada. Here is the link here. You can come and check out on this web. Pretty much what's happening is they have filed for an ETF, which is bullish for the road ahead. Crypto may be taking a beating, but take a look at this. So again, ETF arrives in Canada. This is just step one. We see this all. We've seen this with Bitcoin. We've seen this with Ethereum. And now we're starting to see it with Solana. This is just step one. Now the ETF will be listed under QSOL, and this will offload share exposure to the Solana crypto ecosystem. But here's the bigger, and this is how we make a fuck ton of money. The opportunity from these guys to buy Solana for the bigger players. Again, this is great for big players, the big pensioners that got in, Bitcoin ETF. It feels more safe for them rather than going to exchange and not knowing what they're doing. They don't want to do that. The big players with millions and millions of dollars, they want to buy the ETF. It's way more safe for them. And it's going to give them the opportunity to get staking yields of all the Solana blockchain. Now, this says estimated between 6 to 8%. And this is going to bring a fuck ton of liquidity, because we're not just talking about the guy that has $100 or $1,000. We're talking about the pensioners, the big players that have 5 to 10 million plus net worths, that they can buy Solana. They maybe think, okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're great plays. They maybe take a chunk of that, but then they look at Solana, they're like, okay, this is undervalued. These guys are a lot smarter than us, right? They've accumulated millions and millions of dollars in their lifetime, right? These guys want a safe way to catch some of these returns, because these guys get FOMO as well. Just because they're smarter and older than us, it doesn't mean their brain doesn't operate like us. So this is an attractive opportunity for big investors seeking to generate passive income while participating in the security and stability of the Solana network. So again, this is just phase one of more good news in the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. So again, to sum up this video, brother, if you're panicking and you think the end is near, the end is nowhere near, okay? What you'll see is all this red in the market, but this is going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. If we go below 59 to 57K, you're going to see me top up a lot of my positions. I'm not topping up any positions right now just because I am topping up automatically. Do you know what I mean? So again, I've shown this many times on an example of my Ethereum / Brett position. So as you can see, as we go down, this is just another way we can accumulate for free, because we know by 2025, prices are going to be higher. Again, I always say this. I'm not interested in this. Believe it or not, I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in this 139K Brett and this 8.36 Ethereum for a better 2025, because we know prices are going to be higher. And that's what we were doing in other pools. So Solana pools, Render pools, Bitcoin pools, you can use this to your advantage. So we have some good news. We have some very bad news, but I promise you, okay, crypto is not effed. This is what we need to do. And it's always been the same game for this journey that we are in cryptocurrency. Either you make an F ton of money at your job as much as possible. You take that dollar value, you put it in whatever cryptos you believe in that will 10, 20, 30x, and then you buy the safe ones that will 2 to 3x. You combine this with stuff like this, and then you don't have to be checking your portfolio when Bitcoin drops, etc. You get excited because you know you're working hard at your job. You know you're putting as much money safely in these pools as much as possible that you believe in, okay? Safe platforms like Uniswap. And then you never have to worry because you know we're going up by 2025. So kind of a motivational video on some bad news, but I promise you, this is always the same. And all the guys I speak to, there's always some bullshit. When I was riding the 2020 and 2021 run, what happened just before that? A big whoopsie-doopsie with COVID, right? It was just, it didn't really matter. Those were the opportunities to buy. We always recover. And again, if you're getting scared at 62K Bitcoin, just look how far we've came, brother. We have came so far, okay? So if you're getting scared by these little candles, these are the candles that either make or break you. You have to decide if you buy them. When we fall, if we fall to 58, to 59, to 55K, are you going to be taking the opportunity, or are you going to paper hand to the guys that want you to be poor forever? That's all I got. Peace.